Mech Islet has a hidden sound that I don't think any of us have noticed yet. Today we're going to be revealing this together. But before we do that, guys, we actually have a new seasonal event that's present. New costumes, even new rare monsters we're going to be getting in this video here today. Starting over here on one of my favorite islands, Light Island itself, we have the Sky Painting seasonal event that ends in 9 days. Make sure you guys hop on here, get the seasonal monster firstly, and get some of the rare monsters we're about to be looking at together, as well as try out this new map, dude. I got this in my last video, but I didn't actually individually look at it. Man, what a cool design, guys. We have these crystals of all of these varying colors, all of this decor going on the Titan itself, this jewelry, these glowy colors. It's definitely giving us a cool vibe. The seasonal event, once again, is named Sky Painting, and I think this design is fitting it very well. I will say, guys, with the introduction of the Titan Souls, it would have been cool to see some sort of seasonal decoration for the Phosphoran Flocks here. Like, could you imagine, bro? So the Titan, it's a mini representation of the overall Titan for the island, right? What if they do some sort of thing where they collaborate? Like, imagine the Phosphoran Flocks with the vibe that this outward Titan has. Bro, that would look so cool, and it would just create such an awesome aesthetic for the island. Another new update that just got released with the seasonal event. As you guys can see, we are more zoomed out than normal. And that's not just a coincidence. They actually updated. And that's not just a coincidence. You can now zoom out farther than you've ever been able to when it comes to viewing your island. Which is great, guys, especially for these decorated islands where you just want to get an overall view and how big the Titans are now, dude. It makes for a better vibe. All right, guys, let's head straight on over to the market because I believe we have a few costumes that I wanted to look at, dude, starting right here. Blinky Buddy, bro. Look at this cool design for Gob. It literally doesn't even look like the monster itself there. It's got this alien-like thing around his neck and this like glowy orange. It almost looks like a sun for his head there. It's always cool to see what creative new costume ideas they come up with for the seasonal events. And I think they did a great job with Gob right there. Okay, we're gonna continue to move forward. Over on Fairy Island, I believe we have a rare monster that's now available for us, which is super exciting, guys. I don't remember the last monster that we got over here. Who was it, guys? It wasn't rare Hippity Hoppity. It wasn't rare Flute Fly. These are a few of the newer monsters we've gotten. Obviously, Owlesk, our newer primordial for the island. It might have, was it rare Clavinite? Oh, no, it might have actually been Epic Ping Pong here. I think this was the monster. Regardless, though, it doesn't matter. We're heading on over to the market now because rare Squowit is available for us. If you're wondering, no, that's not a Plaffid resting on the rare Squowit. It's a Slapskillion, but the general idea is practically identical. This rare magical and its pint-sized partner are very alaceous in appearance and similarities they don't in there. They give off a wonderfully oniony aroma. Oh my gosh, that's disgusting, bro. Onions are so gross. Before you ask, no one has had the gumption or the foolishness to inquire whether they taste like onions as well. Bro, no one better be taking a bite out of this monster. As far as having layers are concerned, well, this monster would certainly like to think so, in the figurative sense. The truth is that there isn't a ton of nuance when it comes to the rare Squowit. Squowit you see is Squowit you get. Super interesting, guys. We are going to go through the method of breeding to get this monster on our island, so you guys know where to start. We have to light these torches. Shout out to everyone on the screen for consistently lighting. Bro, I literally never have to manually light a torch because you guys are always on literally every island. It doesn't matter which video I'm making. You guys have been to the island, visited, and lit the torch for me, dude. And I appreciate you guys so much for that. The breed for this monster is going to be per typical process. We normally throw Platy, or the 4 element for whatever island we're on, with the base element monster. So we're going to be doing just that here. Let's throw Platy in with Squowit. This should be giving us the high. You must select. Oh, was Platy not? Wait, what? Okay, this is going to give us the highest percentage of getting rare Squowit on our island. Guys, wait, I'm seeing some sort of sale right now, guys. I don't know if there's like a discount on diamonds. I just spread a Squowit, by the way. Or did they just simply add a new logo, guys? As you can see, it costs 9 diamonds to speed up this version of Squowit. And then if I look at the speed up thing, it says -9. That is just the normal amount that I'm spending, but I don't think I've ever seen like the physical diamond thing resting there in that spot. Is that like a new visual they just added? You guys know how my singing monsters are. They always add and pay attention to these little details, which I really appreciate. Personally, I'm a detail guy, and I try to notice every time they do a little UI change or a visual change like that. And it does look like that is something new that's been added. I don't know. I think it is. I don't think it's just like a sale going on or anything like that. This seems to be a genuine thing in the interface of my singing monsters now. which is cool. I mean, guys, it's just a minor thing. It's not even really worth talking about, but it's just cool. I'm trying to acknowledge it for my singing monsters. Thank you, guys. I see the work you're putting in. I'm not gonna lie, it can be really easy for these little changes and the hard work they're putting forward to get overshadowed by the big things like Mech Islet, for example. Which, guys, don't worry, I'm not forgetting. We're gonna be taking a look at the new Mech Islet sound that I was talking about earlier at the end of this video, guys. I just really want to get this rare monster, and then we have a few other little update things that they just released that are new in this video to look at before we head on over there. Which, by the way, guys, on the topic of Mech Islet, thank you all so much for watching the recent Mech Islet video. Dude, that video is like the fattest 1 out of 10 on my channel ever. I don't think people have ever watched a video from me as long as they watched that. You guys crushed that video. Rare Squirrel, we have finally bred him. Yes, guys, this is awesome, and we obviously have this cool pink design, and it's being mashed here in the egg version. I'm not gonna lie, the onion thing that we heard about in the description or the biography there, it's really coming out in this egg. This looks like an onion. I'm interested to see how this guy is gonna play out with the other monsters on Fairy Island as well. I'm trying to really prioritize getting rares and different epics for each island as they release, guys. So I'm super excited to have an additional monster to the island. As you guys can see, the Book of Monsters, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more monsters to get on the rare section. So one by one, guys, we're steadily chopping it through, and today we're gonna be doing that with this rare version of Squowit. So let's go ahead and place him down and see how he looks on Fairy Island. He's sliding in here, guys, giving us that popular drum sound. Dude, he adds such a cool little accent here. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy the new colors. The bug there in the center is looking very different. Hold up, guys. Where is my normal version of Squowit at? I can't remember exactly what he looks. Oh, it's right here, actually. Okay, look. So we have... Oh, wait. I've got to put some food in this guy. He's being way too small. It's making me uncomfortable. As we can see, the changes are really sticking out here. I didn't even see the normal version of the Squowit being this close, guys. But here we are. We have them side by side, and we can see the difference is really jumping out here. This rare version is obviously really prioritizing this onion shape as the base for whatever reason. And we obviously did hear about that in the biography. Especially when comparing it to the common version, we can see that change. Look at the hands as well. They look to be a similar length, but different shapes. And this color is just really bringing forth a lot of newness to this. The overall monster just kind of looks like a vegetable, dude. I can't get the onion imagery out of my head now. The bug here is yellow on the rare version, and it's a solid, like, neon green color here on the common. Really cool, guys. I always love seeing the introduction of new rare variants of monsters. It's cool as a collector to have new versions of the monsters that you've all come to know and love. Guys, dude, I can definitely tell this zoomed out feature is real. I feel like we've never been able to see this much of the Titan at once in the game, literally at any point in time. I will say, with each Fairy Island episode, our island is beginning to get pretty crowded here, which is a great sign, guys, and that means that things are still moving in the My Singing Monsters world. All right, now I do have a few other things I want to look at here quickly. Let's head on over to Firehaven, because as you guys would know, there is this new concept that has been introduced to the game this past year, and that concept is seasonal snacks. Guys, my bakery is actually cooking right now. I don't know what's in here. I'm just gonna speed this through though, and let's collect that food. Okay, I leveled up level 54. That's actually fire there. I didn't even realize I was close to level 1. Heading on over here into the bakery, as you guys can see, we do have new seasonal snacks, that being cotton candy and rainbow. Interesting, guys, and these are not as big as the former ones. We typically get a treat that's worth 1 million food for around the realm of 10 million coins, which is interesting that we don't have that here. They actually took a lower approach, which is cool, and I do like that they're doing something like that. I almost wish that there was one low for every update and there was one high for every update, because obviously not every player is on the high end as far as income and food and stuff like that within the My Singing Monsters game. So it would be cool for everyone to be able to get one of these seasonal treats and not have to break the bank, essentially, you know what I'm saying? All that to say, I do like that they are offering these lower variants, so that means you guys watching who are new to the game can actually get the benefit of having seasonal snacks. With that being said, guys, let's move on off this island, and it's finally time to head straight on over to our new Mech Islet. Dude, I'm still not even used to, like, seeing this on my map. It's still so interesting to me, guys, how they chose this, like, mirror island aspect to place the islets on. We're over here on the flip side, and I'm just now, like, comparing Mech Islet to Plasma Islet. And as we can see, there's like a bridge within the map here of these hands kind of reaching out. I wonder if we're going to continue to see this kind of vibe from the other islets that are soon to come, because obviously, guys, we know we're expecting a crystal islet, a poison islet, and a couple others. So it seems like they're going to be drawing a consistent vibe with all of these guys, and I just wonder if they're going to all uniquely connect after they all get released in some miraculous way. But here we are, guys, back on the new and famous islet. Dude, it's going to be hard for me not to be like mesmerized coming to this islet for a while. It's just so new. The melody is so different, guys. I think we all definitely are having a different perspective after this islet being released for 24 hours or so. This is a controversial melody. I'm seeing a lot of people say they actually don't like Mech Islet. Some people, it's like one of their favorite islets. A lot of people are loving Boggle. I just like how a lot of these monsters are getting their own moment to shine. I'm seeing a lot of hate on Yorick, how his melody is kind of sticking out to be a weird sound, especially in comparison to all of the other monsters and the direction the melody gets pushed by them. Like, it does kind of sound out of place, I'm not gonna lie. And then don't even get me started. We're about to transition to this next part of the song. Some people love this. Personally, I love this, but some people hate it. As we can see, Arakalele just kicks in there. And now we just move to this like acoustic section of our new melody. And this is where some people hop off board and they're kind of confused as to why you would transition so harshly right there. But then there's other people like me that I actually really love this and I think it's cool. And of course, we have our depressing nightmare sound. Guys, we've done enough observing here. You all want to know what the hidden sound is, guys. And I don't want this to sound like clickbait, but this is truthfully something that was hidden from me and I didn't initially notice. After muting all the monsters, you'll notice whenever we go to the dish harmonizer here, there is a specific unmute button. Guys, we actually looked at this with my plasma islet video a long time ago. I don't know if you guys remember that. But we can actually unmute the dish harmonizer and hear that this thing produces a sound by itself. Oh, dude, it's kicking in like that bass. But the difference over here is Mech Islet consistently has this little distorted sound that we hear with a lot of the monsters. And it's cool to know that this dish harmonizer secretly was feeding into that distortion. And many of us didn't even know it. Guys, this sound does not get produced until you have a couple monsters on the islet. By the time it's finally there, you pretty much don't even hear it because it gets masked. By the time it's there, you pretty much don't even hear it because it gets masked by the other monsters. It's just cool hearing that deep, bassy sound added to our melody here. And now obviously with it being pointed out, we can actually unmute the other monsters and you'll hear the underarching melody kick in from everyone here. You can see the melody going in that direction. Just listen closely. You can actually hear the castle. Not the castle, the dish harmonizer. And it obviously during this new like acoustic session, it does kick out and you can't hear it anymore. But as we continue to stay here and linger, you'll hear it kick in. There it is, guys. You can hear it in the background. It just can be hard. You have to really focus in and it has to be pointed out to you like we just did. Or you won't hear it because it really blends in behind the other monsters. But nonetheless, this hidden sound that we didn't notice really creates a change in the melody.